असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। दया कर दान विद्या का हमें परमात्मा देना। दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना। हमारे ध्यान में आवो प्रभु, आँखों में बस जाओ। अंधेरे दिल में आकर के परम ज्योति जगा देना। बहा दो ज्ञान की गंगा, दिलों में प्रेम का सागर। हमें आपस में मिलजुल कर प्रभु रहना सिखा देना। हमारा धर्म हो सेवा, हमारा कर्म हो सेवा। सदा ईमान हो सेवा, व सेवक जन बना देना। वतन के वास्ते जीना, वतन के वास्ते मरना। बदन पर जान फिदा करना, प्रभु हमको सिखा देना। दया कर दान विद्या का हमें परमात्मा देना। दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शांति शांति शांति।
School standards.
Look at a day when you're supremely satisfied at the end. It's not a day when you lounge around doing nothing. It's a day you've had everything to do and you have done it. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Shreya Padmanabhan, and my friend Ankita welcome you all to today's assembly program.
Patriotism is a commitment to what is best inside us all, and it's a recognition of that wondrous common essence in our greater surroundings. So I call upon Vedanga to lead us with the pledge.
School attention. Get ready for the pledge. Pledge begins.
India is my country.
India is my country.
All Indians are
All Indians are
my brothers and sisters.
my brothers and sisters.
I love my country,
I love my country,
and I am
and I am
proud of its
proud of its
rich and varied heritage.
rich and varied heritage.
I shall always
I shall always
strive to be
strive to be
worthy of it.
worthy of it.
I shall give respect
I shall give respect
to my parents,
to my parents,
teachers,
teachers,
classmates, and all elders,
classmates, and all elders,
and treat everyone
and treat everyone
with courtesy.
with courtesy.
To my country
To my country
and to my people,
and to my people,
I pledge my devotion.
I pledge my devotion.
India will be
India will be
a prosperity alone
my prosperity alone,
lies my happiness.
lies my happiness.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
School standards.
Good and inspiring thought can inspire up our day. Reading new thoughts in the morning works like fuel which keeps us smiling and encouraging throughout the day. So, to inspire us with a thought, here comes Arabi.
Good morning. Today's thought: the child is both a hope and a promise for mankind. Friends, this is an insightful thought on the inner potentials of a child. If a child is blessed with a happiness and contentment, he will surely grow to be a rich resource. So, let us strive hard to realize the dream of a child through education to create more harmony amongst us. May I repeat the thought? The child is both a hope and a promise for mankind. Thank you and have a nice day.
Newspaper informs us what is happening around us in the panoramic world. So, to rewind the happenings of yesterday, here comes Priyanandana and Hanushka with the current affairs.
Today's news headlines is brought to you by myself Priyandana Santoy and my friend Hanishka Sujit. First, some international news. 19-year-old Sarah Rutherford lands in Seoul in record solo flight. Swiss medical agency approves Pfizer vaccine for children over 5. Now, some national news. Full resumption of international flights start postponed at least till January 31st, 2022, according to an announcement by the Director General of Civil Aviation on Thursday. But farmers lost in cyclone. Now I hand over to Hanisha for some state news.
State news. Kerala Coast Guard ship rescues fisherman. Time to abolish head load work, says Kerala High Court. Tiruvannamalai. Why bust a nightmare for Kanakanagar? Now I hand over it to my friend Priyanandana for some sports news.
Now some sport news. Guru breaks Michael Vaughan's record of most test runs by an Indian batsman in a calendar year. Indian women's hockey team's ad campaign ended to COVID case in squad. Now I hand over to Hanushka for some Himachali and Vidyalaya news.
Himachali news. Himachal Pradesh Congress seeks CM Shri Jairam Thakur's resignation. BJP says it will introspect causes of defeat. Around 59 stranded tourists rescued in Himachal's Rahul's Spiti. Vidyalaya news. National Inter-School Crossword Contest. 24 teams reach semi-finals. Delegates want to shut down schools, shift students to Kendra Vidyalayas.
Thank you and have a great day.
UNICEF Day should bring a smile on the face of every child. Let us all together work to make that happen. So, enhance our knowledge on UNICEF Day. Here comes Amulya Barbara Sibyl with a PowerPoint presentation on the importance of UNICEF Day.
Good morning to one and all present here. Today, myself Amulya of class 9B is here with a PowerPoint presentation on the topic International UNICEF Day. So let's begin. International UNICEF Day. UNICEF, also known as United Nations Children's Emergency Fund, is celebrated worldwide every year on 11th December to reimagine a better future for every child. What is the meaning of UNICEF Day? On 11 December 1946, the United Nations established UNICEF to meet the emergency needs of children in post-war Europe and China. Our full name was United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. UNICEF Day 2021. UNICEF Day is observed every year on December 11. The United Nations General Assembly created UNICEF on December 11, 1946, as the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. The program was initiated to provide supplies, assistance, and to improve the health, nutrition, education, and welfare of children after World War II. The organization was originally named United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. However, in 1953, it became a permanent agency of the UN, and the word international and emergency were dropped from the official name, but the acronym continued. UNICEF worked in 190 countries and territories, aiming to save children's lives, to defend their rights, and to help them fulfill their potential from early childhood through adolescence. UNICEF work in the world's toughest places to reach the most disadvantaged children and adolescents and to protect the rights of every child everywhere. Across more than 190 countries and territories, we do whatever it takes to help children survive, thrive, and fulfill their potential from early childhood through adolescence. The world's largest provider of vaccines. We support child health and nutrition, safe water and sanitation, quality education and skill building, HIV prevention and treatment for mothers and babies, and the protection of children and adolescents from violence and exploitation. Before, during, and after humanitarian emergencies, UNICEF is on the ground bringing life saving help and hope to children and families. Non political and impartial, we are never neutral when it comes to defending children's rights and safeguarding their lives and futures, and we never give up. How do UNICEF help? UNICEF works for children around the world. UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, works to build a better world for every child, every day, everywhere. UNICEF provides more children with clean water, life saving food and vaccines, education, and protection from violence than any and other humanitarian organizations. Thank you. Hope you all enjoyed the program.
Himachal Pradesh, also known as Devbhumi and Veerbhumi, is very rich in its culture and tradition. So let's lend our ears to a sweet song by Madhav.
बड़ा सुंदर प्यार नजारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा बड़ा सुंदर प्यार नजारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा देखा राज घोर देखा नुहरा धार शानोर सो अपनी मारा झूड़ धार तेरी नमकी है जीवन सारा देवशीर गुल मेरे आ प्यारा बड़ा सुंदर प्यार नजारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा तू ही मेरा प्यार तू ही मेरी जान है तू ही मेरा मान तू ही मेरी शान है तेरे बिना नींद गुजारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा बड़ा सुंदर प्यार नजारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा देखा हमें शिमला देखी चंबेरी धार घूमा सारा कांगड़ा देखा छोले में बाजार सिर मोररा सिर मोररा सिर मोररा अपना नजारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा बड़ा सुंदर प्यार नजारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा मेरा बाका हिमाचल प्यारा
For our next special item, here is a documentary on unsung heroes done by Ankita Hedge of class 9.
Documentary presentation on unsung heroes of India. Pratilata Vatti, there born in a middle-class family in Chittagong, part of Eastwell undivided India, excelled in her academic endeavors, earning awards and scholarships. Her academic interests got a backseat because of her active participation in the Indian freedom struggle. During her student days, she came to be associated with women spreading the semi-revolutionary groups. She also became a member of a revolutionary group, the Bali Sangha. Now let's take a series of India's unsung women heroes ahead. She had a middle-class background and was inspired by several revolutionaries right from childhood. Pratilata's sacrifice cannot be ignored. She was among the initial lot of revolutionaries who picked up arms against the British Raj and was first woman in Bengal to do so. Having died at the age of 21, her story is fit for a film screenplay. After being fatally wounded during the attack, Pratilata preferred to sacrifice her life rather than be caught by the British. She was just 21 years old when she died. Her graduation degree was held by the British. She served as a school teacher before becoming a freedom fighter. Pratilata soon joined the groups of Bengali independence fighters Surya Sen. She was at the forefront of many anti-British campaigners. Pratilata was called Great Rani. Pratilata's role model was Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi and inspired Pratilata to fight against the British right from her childhood. When Pratilata was 6, she got to know about Surya Sen personally, who is also known as Master Sen. Pratilata Vandeder was born in Chittagong on 5th May 1911. She was a meritorious girl. She graduated in philosophy with distinction from Bethune College in Kolkata. In her college days, Pratilata was an activist in the anti-British movement. So she decided to fight against the British rule. Soon after, Pratilata became the head teacher of Nadakonam Alarancharan School in Chattarogam. Gradually, she evolved herself in Surya Sen's armed resistance movement. Surya Sen was a famous anti-British movement organizer and revolutionary activist in Chittagong area at that time. In 1932, Surya Sen planned an attack on the Pahartali European Club. The club was well known for its notorious sign at its entrance, "Dogs and Indians are not allowed." Pratilata had the courage to meet Ramakrishna Biswas in jail when no one was ready, for at least 40 times using the fake identity and name as Amita Das, showing herself as a sister of Ramakrishna Biswas and meeting. At each meeting, her passion and patriotism was getting deeper and wider. She was boiling with the urge of patriotism. After realizing the capability and great patriotism, they agreed to join her in the Kshetri Sangh. All the men in the party criticized and took the matter less serious because they thought a girl need not have the strength to take a gun and shoot and run a revolt. So to check her, they asked her to kill a goat which was there in front of her. Then she replied, "I don't have any hesitation to sacrifice my life for my motherland, and that's the best and honorable way I can ever show my patriotism. But to kill an innocent goat in order to show my strength and patriotism isn't right. Don't ask me that. I will never agree upon that." At that time, there was revolts taking place here and there. On June 1932, they all held a secret meeting. The Britishers did smell something unusual. They covered the whole building where they were having the meeting. In both the sides, many people get killed. Pratilata goes her village and takes up as a job as a teacher. The Britishers, meanwhile, added Pratilata's name into the wanted list. Master Da told her to go back into hiding. On September 23, 1932, they planned to revolt and to attack a club in Pahartali. Before that, a small gang in the whole group goes to different places in the city and distributes small pamphlets. And for the reason why they had the revolt. That club was notorious and were working as to harm the pride of India. In front of that club, a signboard was kept. It was written as "Dogs and Indians are not allowed." At night, 10:45 p.m., they revolted inside the European club as planned. Surya Sen assigned Pratilata to lead a team of 10 to 12 men to attack the club. The raid was successful, but Pratilata failed to get out of the club. She committed suicide by taking potassium cyanide to avoid arrest. She proved that women can work like men. She also proved that women needed to be prepared to sacrifice their life for the freedom from the British colonial rule. Her dream finally came true in 1947, though she couldn't see it during her lifetime. the revolt, Prathalata dresses as a Punjabi guy and her group members also dress as Punjabis. Before the revolt, Prathalata just had a wish and told to Mastrada that she won't surrender herself alive into the hands of Britishers. That is impossible for her, and she asked for potassium cyanide. On September 23rd, at the age of 21, she sacrificed her life for her country by consuming potassium cyanide. Thank you and have a nice day. Adding new words is like getting new tools for an ever expanding toolbox. An expanded vocabulary opens up the language that we speak every day. And now let us enhance our vocabulary with Meera and Fiona.
सुप्रभात। आज का नया शब्द है दोस्ताना अर्थात मित्रतापूर्ण।
वाक्य मैं बहुत दोस्ताना था और अधिक ऊर्जित थी।
मैं आज का नया शब्द पुनर्दोहराती हूँ, दोस्ताना अर्थात मित्रतापूर्ण। धन्यवाद।
The only way of finding the limits of the possible is by going beyond them into the impossible. With this quote by Arthur C. Clarke,
Myself Shreya Padmanabhan and my friend in comparing and Surya Narayanan in commanding are concluding today's assembly program. Thank you.
and have a cheerful Monday.
School attention! Get ready for the national anthem. National anthem begins.
जनगण मनाधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
School disperses.